Hello, kids. Are we live? Yeah, hit that thing on the top there, Ducky. Hit the top one. Yeah. I wrote this. Quick study. There's Joe on here, folks. All right. Well, hello. It's your old pal Stevie Coyle here with our slick new system here. Very, very classy, professional start to the show there. Howdy do. I feel like rocking today. I hope that's all right. Let me know if the picture's okay, if the sound's okay, all that stuff. We're trying out the new system. This is the second flight on the new ECAM system. ECAM system. How's that? Is that okay? Is it distorty? Because I can fix it any one of a number of places. Let me know. Miss Valerie is here to take your questions and comments. Thank you, Miss Valerie. Oh, come to think of it, please hold your applause to the end. We have a lot of material to get through tonight. So. what's the matter with these kids today? They ain't playing rock and roll like we used to play. With their phasers and their flangers and their digital lamps, they're saying, oh, come in, none of that 60s crap, Gramps. My blue suede slippers are in need of repair. The only rockin' I'm doing is in this here chair. I was popping my boogaloo when my back gave out. I got the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie gout. When I take a walk, I'm challenging my feet to a drag, and every day this Papa's got a brand new bag. I had a falling out with most of my hair. The only rockin' I'm doing is in this here chair. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's stroll in our stockings and go bowling on the lawn. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, my baby is the sweetheart of the pharmacy. She's too cute to be a minute over 83. She's a silver scene queen in a ton of Maybelline, and she's fast, she can tie her shoes in under 15. Well, I don't know why she's hanging with this octogenaire. The only rockin' I'm doing is in this here chair. Let's jump. Oh, let's hop. Let's stop while it's opportune to get some REM. A wop, papa-lua, a wop, ahem. Goodness gracious, great balls of phlegm. Well, I don't know why the people try to say I'm square, talking about my veneration. I get heavy drugs from the Medicare, talking about my medication. Come on, baby, you know what I like. I like a girl who remembers Richard Nixon and Ike. Roll over Beethoven, dig a place for me there. The only rockin' I'm doing is in this here chair. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's stroll. Let's stroll. I'm a front porch rocker. Where the hell's my walker? I'm a front porch rocker, not as old as Joe Cocker. I'm a front porch rocker, and I'm rocking till about 8:30. Oh, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll wait for that ovation to die down. Thank you. Very good. Well, after that, I think I'll tune, as the Irish would say. I'll tune it up. Oh boy, I pulled him way out of tune that time. Folks, how you doing out there? Strange days, I know. Maybe just a little half hour of not that is what this might provide. And then we can get right back to it. And send the letters, send the postcards, do what we need to do. Make the posts, make the donations to the proper organizations, voice our opinions, march safely, and all of that stuff. There'll be no marching in Lafayette because we've got a curfew tonight, like a lot of towns, of 9 o'clock. So there'll be no marching this evening. Oh boy, yeah. I gave him a good workout there. Ducky, is the picture okay and the sound okay? Yeah. Everything kind of happening? Okay, very good. Right. Any comments, any questions? Fire them away. Miss Valerie will tune them right in and fire them right over to me. Anything? Oh, really? It's apparently request night. We've had a request for this lovely little sing-along, if you can believe it. If you know it, sing along. Can't be quite right, could it? There's the culprit. When I was 17 and just a little bit bewildered, feeling cheated and hungover in the wake of adolescence, my recruiter took my number and he graded my exam. Said you'd be a perfect soldier except you got no depth perception. Said I want to serve my country and I got so much potential. He said what you lack in weight you more than make up for in density. You see, I'd always suffered from a lack of self-esteem. So if my country doesn't want me, then I'll serve the Catholic Church. So I enrolled in seminary where I memorized the gospel, but they caught me reading on the road and threw me on my butt. There were a bunch of other factors which I won't enumerate. So then I'm sitting in my parents' Norman Rockwell living room and being still so as to hear my ego crashing in my ears when the voice of reason says, son, have you thought about the future? And I get real sick, but now I'm fine. I'm really fine. Second verse, same as the first. No. By 23, I'd gained a sort of enigmatic drive, and having no success with suicide, I thought I'd turn to art. So I acquired a set of brushes and I went without a bath, which presumably implied I had a new set of beliefs, but I'd underestimated the important role of talent, which was easily apparent from the record of my sales. And in the meantime, I'd severely strained a muscle in my thigh, attempting to sustain the lotus on a neighbor's kitchen table. In the hospital, I thought of doing something for the world, but the Peace Corps didn't answer, so I joined a cooking school, having always held and cherished an affinity for food. But my self-respect deflated with an undercooked souffle, and I was back to bussing tables at that Denny's in Salinas where I sort of snapped, but now I'm well. I'm really well. Yeah, it's a long story how I got to say now I'm well. My mother always told me to be more like my dad. I asked her more like which one of the 5 that I'd had. She said a change is common, don't go feeling so used. I said my only problem is I'm chronically confused. 27th birthday, which occurred about that age, I was talking to the analyst who found me selling incense at an airport after having left the clinic about a crisis and some silly Venice metaphor for sinking in the soul, when my thought was interrupted by a birthmark on my arm which looked a little like Nebraska. I'd forgotten since those 2 weeks of pre-med in junior college, which I quit to study judo. And I looked at all the meat and marrow someone stuck together, all these veins and vital organs, all this gray and white, all humming and collaborating and ticking and recycling and making that Nebraska on my arm possibility. And I got up from the couch and I shouted, hey, I own this thing. And my analyst suspected I was closing on the edge, and I convinced him when I said I wouldn't send him any money. He said, don't go getting cocky 'cause you've had one revelation, 'cause the only tool you've got against psychosis is experience, and yours has all been bad. I said, you're darn right, but now I'm good. I'm really good. Yes, now I'm good. He's good. I'm well finding. He's good. He's well finding good. It took a long time for me to wake up and see. I'm good. Thank you. And good night. No, you know what? I think we have time for one more. Not another one of those, but a time for maybe one more little tune here. Ducky, how are we doing on time here? 7:52. 7:52? Okay, there was another request. I'm trying to tick off all the requests here. I don't have Rue for you this time, Eric. Eric Apgar, I think you're waiting for Rue to row me. Sorry, man, I don't have it together for you. Today was an odd day, a very odd day, and all I gotta say, if you're a Prius owner, did you know that the stuff that's inside your catalytic converter is apparently hugely valuable, and that sometimes thieves will come along with a little battery-powered sawzall and they'll carve it right out from the underside of your car while you're asleep at night? Yes, they will. Just wanted to let you know, if you're a Prius owner, and apparently, oh doggone, we should have brought in that little flyer. One of the neighbors brought us over a little flyer, read about it on Nextdoor, and said, oh, here's a little flyer. You can buy this thing that will strap your catalytic converter in tighter. And you can, for another only $400 once you get the thing replaced, which is several dollars to do, you can strap this bad boy on there and it'll make it tougher for him to get it next time. Man, oh man, they got our house. They got the nice neighbor lady. They got her catalytic converter, and it's apparently the car will run without it, but I think it's somewhere between the engine and the muffler, because all of a sudden it sounds like I'm at the Indy 500 just trying to pull away from the driveway. Carp. I know, my problems. But if you have a Prius, consider getting that $400 strap put on, because you just never know when somebody's going to come along in the middle of the night with a sawzall and start doing some surgery underneath your car. The public service announcement brought to you by the ad board and StevieCoyle.com. That's right, StevieCoyle.com. Stevie Coyle's the man who says, hi, I'm Stevie Coyle. And there is, with all that in mind, I should mention that yes, the tip jar is open. The tip jars are open. Yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen. And here they come. There's one on PayPal. You can either do paypal.me/Stevie Coyle, or the email address you would need on PayPal would be just stevie@steviecoyle.com. And boy, I hope whoever did that spelled it properly. Or you can do Venmo. If you're younger and hipper, you can do Venmo, and then nobody pays a fee. I still don't understand how that works. How does anybody make any money off of Venmo? I guess they don't, except you and me. And the way I figure it, we all have some bad karma to work off, having been indoors for the better part of, 3+ months now? I forget. 2.5? It's a lot. I've accrued some bad karma. I'd tip me. There are lots of people online, lots of professional musicians working for tips these days. We're all busking. So this is the new street corner. We're all out busking away with our electronic devices coming into your homes. And I think I've just about talked myself almost out of my half hour. What's that? 7:55. Good heavens. I do want to wind this up very close to 8 o'clock, because there's lots of great things to see at 8 o'clock on a Monday night. Monday nights, I still take great satisfaction in doing gigs on Monday nights, because you could never find them before. So thank you for tuning in on a Monday night. Do feel free to spread the word. You can share this now or later with your own timeline, your own wall, as we used to say. Oldsters used to refer to Facebook wall. You can share it. You can also get notifications whenever I go live. And now the new live schedule is, and yes, I'm going to play in just a second, I really am. The new live schedule is Monday nights at 7:30, Thursday nights at 1:30 Pacific time. Both of those are Pacific time. The Thursday show is kind of early enough so that all those older folks in their 60s and beyond out there on the East Coast can get to bed, before the sun goes down. And maybe even some folks, some friends, some old pals in Ireland and England and Scotland, and some distant relatives I have apparently on 23andMe in France. And I think I'm 0.1% Japanese, which I did not know. And I'm a whole lot Neanderthal. I got more Neanderthal than you do, and that's pretty for sure. Oh, not that one, but another sing-along. I'll play a little something and work into a sing-along. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. Everybody, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, hit it, the minnow would be lost. Everybody, come on. Everybody whine with me. Oh, I love them harmonies. Go for it. The ship set ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor, and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Isle. Hold it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, very kind, as you found out just how kind you can be. There's the show right there. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back on Thursday. Oh, thank you, thank you. They're still clapping in back there. Thanks very much, thank you. I think they're clapping. There's some sort of wild gesticulation going on back there. I'll be back on Thursday afternoon in California at 1:30, 4:30 East Coast, 9:30 on the continent and the islands. So please do stop by. Whole new pack of tunes. We'll be doing that show from outdoors. We've got a whole new rig going out there that we'll see if we can make that one work too. Thanks for tuning in. One last time. There it is. There's the Venmo and PayPal information. Thank you very much, folks. Very kind. Really do appreciate it. And do take me up on that advice of checking out. I have no idea what's in the catalytic converter. There must be unobtainium in there or something. There's something in there that's very valuable. That for some reason people are driving around little suburban towns like Lafayette and carving them out from underneath unsuspecting Priuses, whatever. It's a bad scene. So do yourself a favor, look it up, because I didn't know about it until it was too late for me to need to know about it. Something like that. And with all that in mind, thank you very much. A hand from Miss Valerie May, please. Flying the controls today, doing what she could with what she was given. It's really great. I appreciate it a ton. And tune in, if you're doing nothing right now, tune in Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco. Just look up Meredith, M-E-R-E-D-I, capital M-E-R-E, capital M, small e, small r, small e, except Meredith Axelrod, A-X-E-L, Rod. They're terrific. All kinds of music, time travelers from the early part of the 20th century. There's all kinds of great folks. On this thread, I'm going to post a list of folks that I like listening to. So check them all out if you got time. And whatever you do, stay safe. There's lots of things that could make you unsafe right now. Not just little microbes, but all sorts of other things lurking around out there. Be safe, be careful, be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and listen to music. It's good for you. With all that in mind, good night, folks. Lovely to see you.